What's up, you sick motherfuckers? Welcome to another episode of Krueger's Corner. I'm Mike Krueger, joined with producer Todd.
Good evening.
And we are back with another episode of Freddy's Nightmares reviews. So tonight we're going to be covering episodes 7 and 8. So we'll just get it right off with episode 7, Sister's Keeper. And in this follow-up to episode 1, No More Mr. Nice Guy, the twin daughters of the cop who killed Freddy Krueger are haunted by the man of their dreams, and if he hurts one, the injury is mirrored on the other. So was pretty excited. Another Freddy episode, obviously, and continuation of the first episode, which I did really like a lot. It's one of my favorites. So one thing I did laugh at is at the beginning of the episode when the one twin is getting freaky with her boyfriend, and then her twin starts feeling what's going on in the other bed. That shit was pretty fucking funny. This episode also has like a ton of just Freddy Krueger stuff, like, you know, the hallucination, silly Freddy things, like him turning into a fucking blanket and strangling her. We also get like a nice homage to, you know, the first movie where his arm stretches out and grabs one of the sisters, and
all on a budget.
All on a budget, but still, it was nice to see that they went all out for this episode like that. We even got that scene with one of the twins' mom, where the razor glove is coming out of her fingernails. Like part 2. That was really cool too. And yeah, this was just a lot of fun. The ending too, I just, when the one twin ends up getting blamed for murdering her sister, and you know it was Freddy the whole time, that was just a really nice twist. And this is a fun one. Definitely one of the best. It's, you know, obviously I think it's no surprise, like the Freddy Krueger episodes are usually going to be the best ones.
It's our third one.
So this is number 3, and there's how many in total?
I believe 7. I believe it's the Freddy 7.
7, gotcha.
But there's another one that's like lives in the world a little bit more than some of the others too, but we'll get to that one in next week, I think. But
yeah, I love this one. So what about you, Todd?
Again, this was one of the ones I did really like. I mean, as a kid, it was a Freddy one, so it was immediately one that I watched more than the others. I love the fact we continue the franchise, we continue from the first episode, and we get into, you know, different stuff with the sisters. It's I mean, you can see the difference between them from the first to this. But I know I want to call them the Nancys because that's what they're so good for. But I mean, it is. I mean, I don't know many other of anthology shows that gives us so many sequel episodes, because we're gonna have more coming up too.
Sweet.
Of other ones too. So, and familiar locations returning, which one you already know. So, but definitely one of the, I don't want to say, because I haven't had a bad time with any of the episodes. Some a little less fun, but they've all been pretty entertaining still.
I mean, even on the bad episodes, you have some Freddy doing some goofy shit at some point to cheer you up a bit. So
you got a Freddy segment coming. So
you know what's one thing that's funny is, like, I haven't noticed how many things in the show have been memed or put on GIFs on like Facebook and stuff. There's a pretty popular GIF of Freddy playing the guitar, and it's from the show, so it was nice to see. So yeah, let's rate this episode then real quick. So me, I'm a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I can't even. I believe I give the first one a 5. This one's definitely 4. It's one of the better ones. Like it is.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to now episode 8.
Oh, you know, before we do that, I do want to throw out, which I try to do on everyone, Ken Wiedenhorn directed this episode 7, who also directed Shockwaves, Dark Tower, and one most people remember, Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Oh, nice.
So he does have a bit of a horror pedigree.
Yeah, there's a lot of directors of these episodes that ended up doing stuff or did stuff before, so that's pretty cool. So moving on to episode 8, Mother's Day. A party for Billy's mother and stepfather goes off with a bang. Meanwhile, a radio psychologist learns the consequences of bad advice. So I wasn't really crazy with the whole step kid and his stepdad feuding storyline going on. I don't know. It just really didn't do anything for me. And I've just seen that played out so many times before. The crazy house party happening, though, and, the stepdad causing the fight with Billy, and he ends up getting tackled into head first into a bear trap. That definitely got my attention. And shortly after that, we get a very creepy scene of sexual tension with Billy and his mom, and that kind of fucking grossed me the fuck out. Like when they're on that couch, dude, she's getting super close. I'm like, are they about to fuck? What the hell is going on? So I will say, I mean, that did kind of weird me the fuck out. But then when it all ties back around and everything's just a dream, and then Billy accidentally falls out the fucking window, I'm like, okay, that kind of took another 180 where I was like, oh, I guess that was all right. But I would have preferred maybe exploring some of this weird sexual tension with the mom instead.
I don't know. I think I might be glad he fell out that window then, if that was our other option.
I mean, I think the thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way too is the way that the stepdad has the heart attack too, and you're like, come on. It's like super predictable. But I later on though, when we got the radio show host, I did get really interested when we got that crazy caller chasing her throughout the station. I really wish we would have went with more of that, because the rest of it just, I don't know, Freddy coming in and at the end and cutting the chick's head off and splitting it in half. I mean, that was worth a mission alone. But the rest of the episode kind of didn't live up past that chase scene we got at the radio station. It did disappoint me a little bit, but I did that thing with Freddy at the end of the episode, like him cutting her head off and then splitting it open like a piece of fruit. I was like, how the fuck did they put that on TV? It was like actually gory as shit. But yeah, what about you, Todd?
Yeah, this one I do like. It's not the best, but like the first half, like it takes place in one of the last victims of Freddy in the house that the victim lived in. Mm-hmm. Now I'm guessing that means the one when he was alive, because we don't really like touch upon like the Freddy always in the dream stuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of took it as the last house before, they burned him. Mm-hmm. But I could be wrong. That's just the way I interpreted it. Yeah, I did. It's kind of out there. It's definitely cocaine fueled from the time.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I kind of like about it. But I'll be honest, I do love Jill Whitlow, who plays the lead, the female lead, who does have a horror pedigree. She was the lead in Night of the Creeps, but then she also has the sex comedy pedigree too. She's Mindy in Porky's. She has a brief scene in Weird Science. So I am a fan of hers. So there's that. So that may have influenced my decision on that. Michael Lang directed this one, who basically just directed TV, nothing really horror though. So it was nice to at least have a familiar face from that era of the genre. Which, if you haven't seen Night of the Creeps, everyone, I recommend.
I haven't actually.
We'll fix that soon enough.
I need to. That's definitely one of the big ones. Tom Atkins is the shit. So, all right. Well, let's just rate this episode then. So for me, I was tossed up between a 2.5 and a 3, but Freddy splitting that chick's head in half, I think it deserves the bump up to a 3 out of 5.
I'm an easy 3 on this one, like I said.
Yeah,
I do. I think I like this one more than you, Krueger, even though we're the same.
Fair enough.
I think I like the first half more than the second half. I think you're more second half to the first.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. All right. Well, another couple episodes of Freddy's Nightmares in the can. So make sure you check out our previous episodes. This is what our we're on episode 8
fourth.
now. So yeah, so our fourth
Oh yeah.
episode or fourth review episode. And yeah, check out all the other ones. Also, check out all the links in the description for our social media, our Patreon, Discord, all that good stuff. And yeah, all right. Todd, say
All right.
goodnight.
Good night.
Sweet dreams, motherfuckers.